Well, I guess we're on live. We're going to see if this camera doesn't cut out. Then we'll know. Uh, I've been working on this most of the day today to see if I could get everything to where it wouldn't keep cutting off. So we just pray that it don't. Uh, I'm going to try to get this up here where I can see y'all's questions. If you have any. If you don't, that's okay too. Uh, I'll wait for a few of you to get on here. I've got my little iPad, so that's uh, that's what I'm gonna use this evening, and see if I can. Let me see if my text message comes up. Hi, Debbie. So it is coming through on my little iPad here. Last night, Granny Pat and I tried to come on, and we just it just kept cutting out so bad that I told her we was just going to have to stop because it was driving me crazy trying to see what y'all were saying and what I was talking to her and what I was saying, and I thought, uh, I've got to get this worked out before I can. And this is the only way, y'all, that I can work this out is for y'all to be a part of it because I can't see it on my end if it's working or not working. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. You don't have to, but something you might miss something. I don't know what, but so I'm just trying to get a few things set up. I talked to Granny Pat or messaged her a little bit earlier, and she said she was involved with something, probably a video, like we all are, doing something. So I'm getting this up on the big TV so I can see y'all's. Okay, Debbie, now I can really see y'all's. Y'all are big to me now. I can really see y'all's questions. So that part's working. I hope y'all are doing good this evening. I took Mother and got her hair cut today, and it looks really nice. We'll do a live pretty soon so that y'all can see how great her hair it really turned out. The girl knows, if you have somebody that's your beauty operator for a long time, well, Mother likes hers cut short in the back and short on the sides with like kind of a layer, and not everybody can do that nowadays. So I told her, I said, I'm just checking. Dorothy, hi, Dorothy. I knew there was one up there. I can't see you on the big TV yet. I don't know why. But so we went and got her hair done. And I know she feels a lot better, y'all, because when I took her to Oklahoma City um, for the Edith Head show, I had to try to cut that and do it for her uh, just so she'd feel like a lady. And that's what she is. She's always been a lady. Uh, and So I'm glad we got that taken care of today. Let me see if there's anything new. I don't. Yes, it's working. I'm having to just sit in my chair due to my shoulder. So, oh, I know, Debbie. We've been praying for you. You had a better day today. See, I'm reading you on the little iPad. Uh, I know that is what's going to have to happen to me eventually because my shoulders are they've gotten so bad, the rotator cuffs. And that's when I asked you, was it a rotator cuff? Because I knew that you would tell me what was going on, because I know I'm going to have to have it done, but I don't know when, you know. Uh, I found some things today. I thought we'd talk about a few things. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Falsgraph uh, pottery, but I thought, it's my favorite pottery. This is my favorite pottery, is the Falsgraph. And I took remember we're going to do the not quiche, but we're going to do the torte. Well, I was looking for my torte pan and I found my Falsgraph. And I thought, I've never talked about my Falsgraph. This is my mother's coffee cup. It's in the blue. And then I have it in the brown also with the flowers. But she loves this little cup. It'll go in, I'll keep it for the rest of my life because this has been my mother's little coffee cup. But the Falsgraph family, they immigrated to York County in Pennsylvania. And that was around the 1800s, I'm pretty sure. And I took some notes. They just began to make pottery on their homestead. The family's original market was limited to places that could be reached by horse and wagon in the day. So that was early 1800s. And most of those pieces, I've got a couple that's really old. I don't know if they're all the way back, but I've got those in a separate place, a china cabinet, because they are grazed and they look crackled and all that. It said they partnershiped in 1889. Brothers George and Henry Falsgraph formed a partnership, and that's how the Falsgraph Company. The factory was constructed in 1894, and they started doing the art pottery between 1931 and 1937. Some art pottery, then kitchenware. They were making those crocks like I do. My grandmother did our crowd in and all that, and I've still got. Don't use it. It's for newspapers or an umbrella stand. Falsgraph used a variety of material, including earthenware, stoneware, porcelain, and bone china. See, I didn't know that the bone china was part of Falsgraph. I've never seen that piece. So if y'all know anything about it, I would like to know. And of course, the Falsgraph dinnerware is made of stoneware and porcelain today. The Village collection, is one of their most famous. And I just love it all. I mean, I literally just love all this, like this. And the markings on the back are, you can see them, I think, maybe. It's just light colored. But if y'all see anything that looks similar to this blue or the brown, if it's at a Goodwill or something, you might want to, if there's some berry bowls or something, they're heavy. They're very heavy. But, oh, here's some platters. Let me show you this platter here. These are my two of my platters. Not one, but two of my platters. They're so heavy. This is the bigger platter. Well, I'm trying to get it up. It's hard to get up. That's the bigger one. But these internet backgrounds, it's hard to. And then I've got the smaller one. But I love those. Love those. And the coffee pots. I've got so much. I've got the tall coffee, and I love them. I just love them. Another thing, y'all want to know about things that goes on. And my father, my real father, my stepfather was a physician. My real father was an architect. And I think that's probably where I got most of my creativity was from Daddy, because he was very, oh, he was just an amazing man. And I can understand why my mother loved him. They just uh, had us kids, and but he was always, we always had a new home to live in. We always, because he was a builder, an architect, and he would think of some of the most unusual things, and then uh, make them happen, in the house, like uh, air conditioning system that went through the fireplace, so the ducts were heated when you had the fireplace on at winter. He was just an inventive person. And I was going through some boxes, and I've got some things I want that mean a lot to me, a whole lot to me. And I didn't know I would find them today, but I wanted y'all to see something that my father made. Now, you have to realize these are copper, solid copper. And he took a copper drain size pipe. I don't know how long. I do not know. He did not use electrical equipment on this. He did this all by hand. He cut that pipe and made a material of copper where he could make, and I'll just show you the pieces. Now this chain is just really unusual. Now he hand hammered that copper pipe. Then he took it and cut these and hand hammered these and made this small piece of chain. Now that's just one small thing. He was a fisherman. He then took that pipe and made these fish. There's two of them, two baby fish. They look like perch. I think they're probably perch, but they're bowed out. See how they're bowed out? He hand hammered all of these to make them. So here is a lizard he made, an old scary lizard. Now think of how much time he put in on each one of these. There was, like I told you, there's no machine. They're not machine made. There's nothing machine about them. Look at that old tail. Look at his old tail. Now here's the crane. Here's the crane that used to be down on the river. These old cranes. They'd get down there. Well, they'd be out with the cows. They'd pick those old ticks off the cows. Egrets is what they were called. But I think this is probably one of the water cranes that was down on the Red River. And that's what he was trying to. He wasn't, he was schooled. He was the one that I told you in Veterans Day that mapped out the Hawaiian Islands. Here's the old turtle that used to sit down on the lily pad in the rock. See, look at it, how that's hand hammered and then he soldered all that with copper solder. Now here's the old copperhead snake sitting there with his fangs out, ready to get you. I can't read comments right now, but I will in a minute. Now this is just a posy, a flower. He just made a flower. Now these are somewhat folk craft. And I may try to leave these all to a museum, because, and here's the last piece I have. It's a strong box. It's got marbles. It's got his marbles from when he was a little boy. His tiger eye marbles when he was a little boy. Look. He loved to play marbles. The different ones of these marbles. There's a lot in there. There's some of the decoric metal. But look how that little lever, he had an imagination to make this box out of a round pipe and sit there and do all this. Now, I'm inventive, but I'm not this inventive. So this tells me that my father, when I first saw these many years after he had made them, I thought, boy, he was quite a genius. And I knew he was quite a genius, but when it came to these, I love this old lizard. These old things would sit there and their old tongue would come out at you, and us kids would just, they'd kind of run at you occasionally. And us kids, we would just, scream and holler like they were going to kill us or something. Or the copperhead snake. We had a lot of copperheads. Let's see. Thank you. I'm a lefty and it's hard. Yes, it's the rotator. Debbie Tanner's talking about her arm. It's so pretty. Granny Pat. Hi, Granny Pat. In 1976, biennial, Bobby Pottery took 18-wheeler trucks to Washington, D.C. for a festival filled with coffee mugs to sell. They sold like wildfire. Bobby. I don't know Bobby Pottery. Debbie Tanner, how creative. That was hard to do. And Debbie says, hello, Granny Pat. Yeah, my dad, he spent a lot of time getting that hammered out, didn't he? I thought it was kind of interesting. I could, my patience are very thin anymore. Used to, I had the patience of Granny Pat says of Job, but with her, I don't mind. But most people, I just cannot deal with them when they get squirrely or act crazy to me. I just shut them up. I can't deal with all that. We stopped by one of my sisters today, the one that my brother-in-law that has cancer, and there's something that I didn't know. The cancer, his lung cancer, has there's no more that they've found. But he went to his general practitioner and he had fallen a few weeks ago and he had bruised his foot up. So he was trying to show her the foot, y'all. This is the way God works. He wasn't even going to show it to her. And my sister said, you need to show her your ankle and let her see what's wrong with your foot. And it's a little black and blue still after a month and a half, but I think it's due to his immune system. So when the doctor started looking, y'all, I've never heard of this. I've never seen this. And I looked it up while I was there. There was a small, when your fingernail, there was a small black line. Looked kind of like a Sharpie had just drawn a little black line on his big toenail. I mean, it just looked like a Sharpie with a ruler had drawn a small line. His doctor told him, said, oh, I'm afraid I think that's cancer. I have never in my life heard of that, y'all. That on a nail, if there's a black line that's not a fungus, it's not a fungus, because this was a straight line. It can be a melanoma cancer on the nail. So if y'all have any straight lines on your finger, you know how you get ridges on your nail when you're low on calcium and things? This was solid black. So I looked it up and I said, sure enough, it looked just like that. So they're going to watch it. So it just really kind of freaked me out to know that, cancer can be anywhere. And he didn't even have any idea. I mean, unless you just accidentally looked at that foot. So I hope that he goes to a specialist. You can't tell other people what to do. I don't. So that's one thing that I found out today. I didn't know. I was going through the same boxes and I've got my HK China, which I've got a big, see how that shines on my face? Because this gold plate, look at these. I know y'all seen them. Some of you have. But I've got that whole set of this China. And it goes on my big, big table. So whenever I find a piece, sometimes mostly I don't find them with the gold. There's other pieces that's just got the figurines in the beige. But with the gold, you can find them some places, but I've got all that China and I love it. I love that to go with that. Those, excuse me, y'all, those Waterford glasses, they work out very well. Dorothy D-A-S-C-A, Dashane. We're all checking our nails now. Well, Dorothy, I mean, that's why I tell you things, because I think, if I find out something, I would like for y'all to tell me, because, but I'm a pretty good researcher when it comes to medical. With the liver disease, if I hadn't have did my own research, I would be dead. Because they thought I had a stomach ache, they thought I had a gallbladder trouble, they thought I had just arthritis, and I said, please, please do a Hep C test. And I got that. Y'all have seen me on other shows. I got that from a dentist that got blood on me from another patient. No recourse I could take because he was from Germany and he went back to Germany. He was just filling in, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I had to take that Epclusa, which is advertised. The medicine itself like to have killed me, but it cured the disease, the Hep C. But shoot, I don't know if I'd do it again, because I've been 3 years debilitated after taking that last pill. I'm glad that I've gotten some better, but my speech and my mental process it used to be quick and I used to be really smart. And now I'm kind of not, and I'm not very quick with speech. And that's why I do. Also, these videos have helped me, because maybe not the live, but I was doing the cooking, but getting in there and talking has helped me to rehabilitate myself. And so it's a thanks to the videos and y'all and everybody, because you don't think you need help, and then after you start getting better, then you realize something's helped me, and then I realized that's what it was the doing the videos and talking while I was cooking. Mom said tell everybody hello. She's in there watching probably a Hallmark movie. I don't know. She loves those Hallmark movies. Granny Pat says the Bobby pottery was from Richmond, Kentucky. Very popular pottery. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to look that up. I'd like to know more about that, because I like to know something. If I don't know it, I'm going to ask. And today is Wednesday. So I guess we'll all start tomorrow on the downslide to Friday. And I told my sister today when we went by and saw them, Granny Pat, I was going to tell you this while ago while we were chatting. My sister had bought, it was funny because all just kind of, how it works together. She said she said he wants sweet potatoes, but do you think that you could make some sweet potatoes for me? And I said, like a sweet potato casserole? I said, oh yes, I've got a new recipe that I just learned night before last that Granny Pat made. So that's what I'm going to make, is your sweet potato pudding, as you call it. And I may add the little white marshmallows because he likes them. I said, okay. And since you know my you know what's, I can't chew pecans very well, and he can't either because he has you know what's. So I don't think we'll put the pecans in it. But other than that, I'm gonna have part of Granny Pat at our Thanksgiving. We don't usually do Thanksgiving, but my sister and him being so ill, it's good that we get together. Hi, Donna McCain. How are you? Dorothy, I still see that we're all checking our nails. Well, it's just, it's, I hope you do. And I hope there's no black lines on them. That's all I can tell you. The cats have been kind of calm today. Uh, I'm trying to think of anything really detrimental happened. No. Did anything surprising happen? No. Has anything happened? No, not really. Just mother and I getting her hair cut and I made chicken nuggets for dinner. That's all I made, y'all, with French fries. Sometimes I just can't make myself get in there and cook. And I know y'all know how it is. Uh, I just thought, you know, chicken nuggets and French fries, and my mother wanted a hot dog. And so I just cooked her a weenie in a little bowl of water, and that was what she wanted. Granny says use the recipe 194. It's the best. Well, I'm going to do it. Uh, I'll look that up. 194. I'm glad you label those so you can tell it like that. Dorothy says my daughter-in-law makes the best sweet potato casserole with pecans. Is delicious. Betty Freckles. Hi, BG Mama and everyone from Canada. Well, hi, Betty Freckles from Canada. Dorothy, I like chicken nuggets and fries, and I buy those Great Value steak cut fries, and I buy the Great Value chicken nuggets in the purple package. I've done some research. They don't have all that old botics in it. I don't know what they're called. Not probiotics, but stuff like that. So that's what we had. And I was going to make, I was going to try to do Granny Pat's. Well, I'm going to do that for Thanksgiving. Also, Granny Pat's, she's the star of the show. I'm going to make her cake. The Granny, I'm just blank. See, if you was here, you could help me. Sometimes I just go plumb blank. Date cake. That's what I'm going to make. And I thought if I made two, I might mail Granny Pat one. But you know, if it's like a fruit cake, then you can mail it. Because I used to mail pecan pies from New York City. I had friends that they didn't know anything about a Southern pecan pie, and I would mail them, and they enjoyed them every year. And I enjoyed making them. Yeah, I'm hungry too again. I eat all the time, y'all. Not all the, well, most of the time. I'm going by that kitchen like Granny Pat talking about that sock it to me cake or that German chocolate cake or whatever. I just get a bite and I whiz on through. So I guess, yeah, date orange cake, Granny Pat. That's it. Granny, I think Pat, I think this is doing better this evening. Now, once we get you on here, I'll know if from Kentucky to Texas, if it's a lag in between there, then we'll know this is not working too well. But other than that, I haven't had any hang-ups this evening. The boy came out and said that the internet, he got it to a little faster speed, but he thinks it might be on down the line, is what he said. My whole life's been on down the line. Everybody tell me, oh, this is going to happen on down the line. I said, well, okay, I guess I'll just wait till it's my turn. I said, but I need this fixed because I've got friends I've got to talk to. Exactly what I told them. I've got friends I got to talk to. So, and y'all are my friends. So that's who I talked to. And I went line. So, okay, we've been on here nearly 30 minutes. And I always tell you, I'm just come in to check in to see if tell y'all that somebody cares, and I'm here, and y'all are there, and Granny Pat's here. She's just on the other end with her keyboard or finger telling us what's going on. So that's good that she's here, and I'm glad y'all could join us. And Mom said she'll do a live here pretty soon. Now that she got her hair all fixed, y'all, she looks really good, y'all. You know that white hair. The beauty operator said, She said, "Hun, you just don't know." She said, "People pay hundreds of dollars to get that gray hair like you have, that sheen and gray hair." So her and Granny Pat, they're really in style because they don't have to pay for it, you know, and that's a blessing, you know. I mean, gray hair. My grandmother had beautiful hair, and my mother has it. But that's all I've got to say tonight. Baby Kitty's coming this way. I don't know if we'll get to see him because, you know, sometimes he's very persnickety. Let's see. Yeah, he might let me pick him up. Here we go. Here's Baby Kitty. Look at that. There's a say hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. My one-eyed kitty. Well, I've got to go take care of Mama, and I've got to take care of everything, and we'll talk pretty soon. I know to do. We'll If I can cut this off, you know, I never know how to cut it off. So we'll figure it out though.